Hallo und anderes willkommen zu Hucking Aces. Bin ich auch und immer Big Country und heute spiele ich mit der Crosslap Lucky, ein Disc von Deutschland. So, komm, spielt mit mir. Hey Huckers, as you can tell from the intro, it's Big Country, and today we're reviewing the Crosslap Lucky. The Crosslap Lucky is an understable mid-range with high glide from the German company Crosslap. This one was sent to me by Sebastian, one of Team Crosslap's members, who's an awesome dude. He liked our Credo video, so he sent us the Lucky to review. The Lucky's in a little bit different plastic. You can tell it's more of a Champion Opto Z type plastic, but it's extremely gummy. It's flexible just like that Credo was that we reviewed in the last Crosslap video. One thing to notice about it, it's got a very uncharacteristic rim for an understable mid-range. I'll hold up some more understable mid-ranges here, and aside from the Hawk, which is an old school mold, they all kind of have a gradual slope to them. The Crosslap Lucky's got a very sharp slope on the rim, which is more characteristic of an overstable disc. So that's very interesting. I really like the plastic. It's a non-beaded mid. Generally, I prefer to throw beaded mids. I'm a rock guy. Almost all my mid-ranges are rocks, except for one Buzz OS. My understable mid-range is actually just a really beat-up rock. So I'm very interested to see how this flies. It's supposed to be extremely glidey. Like I said, I love the plastic. It seems extremely durable. I've been playing with it a little bit already. I've skipped it off some concrete, and really, aside from just some minor road rash, it's held up really well. So today we're going to be tested against some other understable mid-ranges. The Salient Discs Cryo Antidote. This is the first run of the Antidote. I've been told that Salient tweaked the mold a little bit because this thing was almost too flippy to function. To begin with. It was very much a beginner's disc. Really like this first addition of the cryoplastic. It's sort of a CE type feel. And I've played with this one a lot. And then I passed it on to my wife because it is so flippy. So I suspect that this will be flippier than pretty much any of these other discs. Then we've got an old favorite, the Hawk. Nate Doss has put one of these in his bag. Of course, it's a Z-Hawk. This is sort of the predecessor to the Comet. I know people are going to get on me for that because it's not really the same mold, but this was the Comet before the Comet existed, okay? This one does have a bead on it. It's pretty domey, and Discraft advertises it as a 0, which means it goes extremely straight. In my experience, and I've been playing since I was 7 years old, which is longer than the Hawk's been around, this is a flippy mid. It started out as a driver, and obviously it's become a mid. This is in the Pro D plastic. I've only thrown it a few shots, and it's already pretty beat up. So this one will probably be flippy, maybe a little straighter than the Antidote. And lastly, we have a treasured classic, the Champion Panther from Innova. This is a classic understable mid-range. Innova has its ratings at a -2 for turn and a 1 for fade. This thing was the original small diameter mid-range line shaper. Everyone had a Champion Panther in the bag back when I was in middle school and I was in high school. Alright, so it's a cool disc. This one's at 172. I suspect this one, if anything is going to be as stable or more overstable than the Lucky, this will be it. So, we're going to take them out to the field, we're going to play with them here on the course, and we're going to let you decide which one is the best. Alright, we're going to start off, we're going to throw these, since they're understable mids, we're going to throw them probably around 60% power, just to see how well they fly straight. So first up is our tester disc, the Crosslap Lucky. Alright, So now, because these are understable glidey mid-ranges, when I throw it with more power, it should flip over and track to the right. I don't know how far it's going to track to the right before it comes back, or if they come back at all. Let's find out. Alright, the easiest way to make an understable disc fly long and straight is the hyzer flip. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the same amount of power we just did, but with a small degree of hyzer. So what that should do is it should fight the understable disc's natural instinct to roll over and instead fly nice and laser beam straight for a good distance. First up, the Crosslap Lucky. My favorite shot to use an understable mid for isn't actually the hyzer flip. I have nice stable rocks for that. For my understable rock, and what I think most people should use all understable mids for, is that long, high, gliding anhyzer. The secret to that is to put it on the ante line, but get it with enough height in the air that it has time to glide out instead of turning directly into a roller. Let's see how the Lucky handles it. To properly test these mid-ranges out, we've taken them out here to the course at Cumberland Green. Cumberland Green, as you've seen in videos prior to this one, is a short course. We decided to make it even shorter. And on this hole, which is hole 2's tee pad, we're going to be throwing a hole 17's basket. It's almost exactly 200 feet, and it's slightly off to the right of this tee pad. So throwing these understable mid-ranges softly, I should be able to get a couple good runs at the basket. Drop right in there. God. Get in the hole. All right, now we're here at hole 4. It's in its A position, which they say is 271 feet. I say it's more like 250 feet. But it's slightly off to the right, and it's behind those weeds down there. Now, the typical route for us local players is actually to throw a driver on a sidearm line. So you're about to see me attempt an understable anhyzer turnover line the very first time ever on this hole. Then we'll go up there and we'll see where the disc lands. Hope they don't land in the yuck water. Well, my approach didn't really work how I planned it. I got a lot of different varied shots. Part of that's not being used to these discs. Part of them is I don't throw much understable stuff. So, Antidote's over here. It did actually clear those reeds, but just barely. The Panther decided to seek its jungly home like a real panther. It goes sort of into this weeds right here, barely before it got into the yuck water. If it hadn't hit that tree, I swear it would have gone in. Way off. Got my exercise. The Lucky actually had the purest line on that nice easy turnover, but ended up way back here. And lastly, we have the Hawk over here, modeled by Casey, which as predicted was the straightest and most overstable, and that it didn't turn at all. Now we're at hole 6 to test what is, in my opinion, one of the toughest shots in disc golf for a right-hand backhand player like myself. The subtle tunnel finishing right shot. Because you can't hyzer flip on something this short because it'll just go straight for too long. You have to have something that goes straight and has a late turn to try and bang those chains. In the current position, this basket is at only 243 feet. Normally I throw a putter at this. Today we're going to throw a mid, starting with the Lucky. Ik ben immer in die Baume. Alright, somehow by hook or by crook, my least favorite of these mid-ranges, the Antidote, was the closest. Still can't make a putt though. Panther had a nice graceful line, but just a little bit too long and too right. Son of a crap. The Lucky powered down. Barely had any turn in it at all, and it just faded right out. Pin high. Can't putt with mids today. And once again, we have the lovely Casey Belay over here modeling the Hawk, which went super straight right into this friggin' tree.
So as you could tell, the Crosslap Lucky is actually a very versatile disc. I really like it. At first, because of the flight numbers that were indicated on it, I thought it was really going to be more of a beginner level mid-range type disc. Something like the Hawk or the Panther or the Salient Antidote. But really, it's very unique, and I think it can be used for a wide level of players. Crosslap is a fairly recent company. They've only been around a couple years. Their primary focus is actually on making disc golf courses in Germany. But they decided to come out with a few discs, and really, they've got two very unique discs. We've seen the Crosslap Credo, which is extremely overstable, and now you've seen the Crosslap Lucky, which is understable, but it does have some fade, and here in the Colorado elevation, it was very versatile. It holds hyzer lines, it holds hyzer flips, it holds anti lines. It's a really great disc. So if you're looking to try out something from Germany, the Crosslap Lucky is a great way to go. Another big thanks to Sebastian from Team Crosslap for hooking us up, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Now get out there and huck some discs.